are proud individuals living for the city, but nobody can give you the power.
Don't give yourselves to these unnatural men with machine minds and machine hearts. You are not machines, you are not cattle, you are men. You, the people, have the power to make this life free and beautiful, to make this life a wonderful adventure. Let us use that power. Let us all unite.
City of Belfast and the Betway Premier League, and here he is, the record-breaking, history-making, 16-time the champion of the world. It's Phil. Ladies and gentlemen, a two-time Premier League champion and the former two-time back-to-back champion of the world, the flying Scotsman, Gary Anderson!
Pack it up, pack it in, let me begin. I came to win, battle me, that's a sin. I won't ever slack up, hunky, let her back up. Try and play the role and get a whole bubble act up. Get up, stand up, come on, put your hands up. If you got the feeling, jump up, touch the ceiling. Jump, 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 the high. And then I take the pumps, I can't make it down, I can't make it down. So get out your seat and jump around, jump around, jump around, jump around. Jump up and get down.
Crowd jumping around, enjoying the moment. Phil Taylor against Gary Anderson, 6-all when they met in Exeter. Anderson hit 8-180s, average 105. Taylor average 104. It was a special game. More of the same tonight would be rather nice.
Well, I think if you see the way Phil Taylor's been playing, he's had one great week and then he was a bit indifferent last week. I think like the first match this evening, Gary Anderson, if he lets Phil Taylor get out of the gate quick, then he's got a problem. But if Gary can get his power scoring going easy early, then he may be able to overpower Phil. But Phil has still got the game in him to be able to win the whole of this tournament. And Gary's just got to make sure he puts him down early.
Gary was sensational last week against Peter Wright, 113 average. Amazing.
Yeah, well, this is all down to this, what we call the scoring power. And that's what Anderson and Van Gerwen, Lewis and Chisler, that's what they've got over the others. However, you know, Taylor and Barney and the likes, they've got this consistent game. You let them off, and Wade as well. You let them off, they punish you, and that's when they turn in a good leg. And that's what Gary's got to be a little bit careful of with Phil this evening.
crucial one in terms of the table as well. 5th against 3rd at the start of the night. Wayne Marden, Nigel Pearce, new commentators.
Thank you, Dave. Yes, they have already met in the Premier League this year. These two world champions, legends of the game. It was 6 apiece in Exeter at the West Point Arena. Let's see how they get on here tonight. Phil Taylor currently just outside the top 4. A point behind Raymond van Barneveld and this man, Gary Anderson. The race for the top 4 is getting very, very tight indeed, with time running out, Wayne.
Yeah, it's all very exciting, isn't it? Still so hard to predict. Right, this man off at your peril. Phil Taylor has only once failed to make the playoffs since 2005, and that was in 2015. The 6-time champ. He hasn't won it though since 2012. So he's looking to add a 7th if he can.
Yes, he has dominated the Premier League since its inception. Not many people can say that they have been a Premier League champion. Gary Anderson, no. Twice Premier League champion. Quite a CV, and when you put the two of them together, their roll call of honours, hugely impressive.
Well, in years gone by, it's been a case of Phil Taylor has been kind of too consistent for Gary Anderson, but times have changed. Gary can now turn it on whenever he likes. 51, 36, and if he can put the doubles away, you do feel that Gary Anderson will outscore Phil Taylor.
Yeah, that would have been a sensational start with a 12-dart leg for Anderson. Now Taylor. Will he go 18 for double 16? Yes, he has. 1 dart in hand at the double. The chance is there for Anderson now for a break-up throw in the very first leg here.
And he gets it. Well, Gary stuck his hand up there as if to say sorry. I actually think he snatched that a bit. But that's the importance of a good follow-through. Keep your arm extended all the way to the end after you've released it, and you can make a bad dart somehow get there. That's what Gary Anderson did. 1-0.
Double dose of Phil Taylor tonight as well. He's in the last game of the evening against Dave Chisnell, who is also out twice tonight, beat Adrian Lewis in the game we just saw. And nights like this for Chisnell, for Taylor, can be pivotal. 4 points up for grabs, which can be oh so important, with 3 nights remaining before the playoffs. Birmingham next week, Sheffield on May the 4th, and Aberdeen on May the 11th. Games start to run out, but when you are playing twice, it can be decisive and really tell you whether you've got much chance of making the top 4.
Well, it was a perfect lie for Phil, just couldn't plonk one on top. 51 for 36. Well, may go 54 or 30. There is the 30, and that is tops. Well, Gary Anderson, in practice, we have the luxury of seeing the practice darts that the players have. He had 3 darts at tops in the 9 practice darts and didn't miss any. So that bodes well. 4 from 4, effectively.
Great start. And he's hitting those big numbers as well, isn't he? 3 140s already. Haven't got a 180 yet between them, but Anderson 3 dart average early on. Wow, look at that. Almost 118.
18.
Unlucky Taylor.
Yeah, we've already said Phil has another game against Dave Chisnell this evening. Just in case you missed the first game, Chizzy beat Adrian Lewis. Played well, Dave. 103 average. Adrian started a bit slowly, but Chizzy now possibly back in the mix.
140.
Yeah, started tonight on 8 points. Chisnell could end up on 12. And for Phil Taylor, 1 point off the top 4 before tonight, but could lose ground. Needs to get it together here. Crowd responding. Well, Anderson not on the finish anyway, so Phil looking to set it up.
Yeah, Phil, not his brilliant best as yet. Averaging 98, but he's only had one dart at double, so that's completely scoring phase, really. And like we alluded to, Nigel, he's being outscored.
Yeah, and he's under pressure here now. Treble 20 would leave double 10. He's gone for two tops, I think, there. And it's failed. An opportunity for Anderson for 3-zip here now.
Yeah, big moment coming up. Tops. The perfect marker. I've said it before, that's why markers are so important. Look at that. Just dinked off the barrel, dinked off the flight, sorry, 3-0.
Yeah, that marker was so good. It moved the wire without touching it. That's how close it was. And it worked a treat for Gary Anderson, who's 3-0 up here. Phil Taylor swimming against the tide already here.
I wonder if Phil is his preparation. I wonder if it's been tailored to the last game. It's difficult for him playing twice.
Did you just say tailored?
I did, yeah. It was
that
no pun.
deliberate?
No, it wasn't. No pun intended. But do you think he's tailored his preparation towards the Chizzy game? He said before, many times, that he finds playing twice a real task, a real chore.
Yeah, different mindset, different psychology. Gary struggling for a treble, adjusts well with the last dart, to be fair. Gary Anderson, who is in third place before tonight, on 14 points, but significantly he's only lost 3 matches. You've lost 3 in 12, and there's still no guarantee you're going to get in the top 4.
Well, Phil wincing because he missed. He leaves a Taylor, a 165.
139.
You've got to work out the outshots and the combinations to leave the outshots.
96.
Well, he's lost his mind.
4 for tops. 2 darts in hand for Anderson for 4-0. Only needs a 1. Well. Gary Anderson has rocketed into a 4-0 advantage here against the old master. And he is in deep trouble.
Yeah, Phil isn't concentrating at all. There were 6 darts there he threw, and
16.
Only he will know this, but I can assure you that he had no idea. He had no idea what score he had. He wanted 265 and 100, which is wrong, and then started downstairs off a 165. He's hit 76 and gone back upstairs. I really do believe that he's not 100% ready for this game, and he's concentrating on Chizzy.
140.
Yeah, it's a question, though, of whether he was preparing like that, Wayne. You asked the question, was he preparing as though, look, get this out of the way and bring on Chizzy, because it's such a big game. But now at 4-0 down, has Taylor still got it in his locker to bounce back, or has he got one eye on Chisnell, the last game of the night now? Where did he find that from?
Oh, we know he's so capable. It's just doing it for his first leg.
Treble 11. Needs the ball now to get a leg on the board.
96.
Well, there's only been 3 170 finishes in the Premier League so far. Gary has one. Michael Van Geren and Adrian Lewis. Not this time.
58.
Surely this time for Taylor. It would only be a hold of throw, but it would stop the rot. Double 8, the target. 1 dart remaining here. Gets it. Gets it. Stops the rot. Taylor gets a lot on the board now.
Yeah, it's a little confidence boost as well.
96.
If you need a confidence boost after winning 16 world titles and 6 Premier League titles, well, sounds ridiculous, doesn't it?
It does. Another 180.
140.
He's averaging a ton now, Phil Taylor. Gary Anderson up at 107, as you can see there at the bottom of your screen.
Yeah, the last 5 meetings between these two. 2 wins each and a draw. So finally balanced.
140. Well, he's outscoring Gary on the 140s and he's got a 180. And Gary hasn't. Strange old game sometimes. 4-1 down.
Yeah, he's just more consistent, isn't he, Gary? As he threw in a bit of a ropey one. But Gary's going for a mini lull as Phil's getting better. He's throwing slightly quicker. It's working.
Now 41 for the first break of throw for Phil Taylor. This would be game very much back on. Double 16 for the power. Right on cue. He's back in it. He's back in it. I think he's enjoyed that.
I think he's just kind of livened himself up, hasn't he? You can see that he's moving quicker, he's throwing quicker.
He's not thinking of Dave Chisnall now, is he?
No, he's not. He's not thinking about anything, he's just doing it.
Yeah, he's averaged 115 in the last 3 legs, Taylor. Couple of 180s, 9 140s now. Look at this as well. Here he goes again. That's 10 140s.
That takes some doing in 6 and a bit legs. It's Gary Anderson's first.
Well, who would have thought would have waited till the 7th leg for Anderson's first 180. He's hit 43 in the tournament now. Phil's hit 26.
96.
Well, it's now Gary's turn to leave a bogey. Got plenty of time here, Phil, to make this 4-3. Double 12. Double 12 for a 12 darter.
Wow, what a turnaround! Never write Phil Taylor off. And now it's up to Gary Anderson to try and just put a little bit of breathing space between them. But he's being pushed now, Anderson.
Yeah, Phil fancied it. He'd done a little jig after that double 12 went in.
100.
But his grouping's better. He's throwing with more authority. There we go, look at that.
Oh, what a move.
What a shimmy.
Brilliant.
100.
107 Phil, 109 Gary on the averages.
He's played absolutely brilliantly.
83.
The last 3 legs. Anderson not doing a lot wrong, but just been outplayed for the last 5 minutes.
96.
Got to be rattled. Got to be.
Again leaves a bogey. It's 3 bogeys in 8 legs we've seen.
140.
Almost matching Gary's average now. What a turnaround this has been.
39.
Yeah, I know Gary has a hell of a lot of respect for Phil. Maybe that's why he finds him difficult to tumble.
138.
Well, he's turned this leg round brilliantly. Gary Anderson needs this 129, needs the 60. Bullseye!
Width of the wire away, and he knows it. Tops for Taylor to level the match at 4 apiece. Oh, brilliant! Never, ever right off the power.
Well, he's like a different player from the first 3 or 4 legs. He's now enjoying it. He looks like he can win this game.
Well, 5 minutes ago, I had the audacity to suggest he's looking forward to the last game against Chizzy and writing this one off. Shows how much I know.
Yeah, but he was giving that off. He was looking beaten. He was looking uninterested. Gary Anderson wasn't missing anything. This is the great thing about sport and life. Things change so quick.
He's outscoring Gary, and he's got a higher average. Second 180 for Anderson. He's not done yet either. What a treat. Absolute treat. A true sporting great, showing that he's not done just yet.
I remember matches like this when they were so few and far between, you could kind of just recall them on one hand. Now they happen every week. The talent of these players. And Phil Taylor, after 30 years, he's still doing it. Outrageous.
Treble 18 would leave the ball. He's got the treble, needs the ball to take the lead for the first time in the match. Oh, nowhere near, Phil.
Gary Repar, 121.
60. 51. Well, it'd be disappointed there, Gary, not to at least have a dart at the little red bit.
Now, Taylor. 47 he needs. He needs double 16 from here now to take the lead. He's got a dart left, and he hits it, and Phil Taylor goes ahead. And only a matter of 5 minutes or so ago, we didn't think we'd be saying that. 4-0 down, 5 on the bounce. Taylor leads 5-4.
Well, he was just blowing a bit there, Phil, just puffing, trying to keep up with Gary. Easier said than done. But he's doing well, he's doing all right.
84.
Some comeback. Brilliant to watch, great game.
Well, we've seen him so often do this kind of thing. It just doesn't happen as regular as it used to. We know he's still got the game. It was only in September when he beat Michael van Gerwen twice in the Champions League of Darts and won that. So,
and bear in mind as well, we should remind you that one more leg for Taylor and he will not be beaten by Anderson here. He certainly started playing with more pace, more vigour.
yeah, he did after going sort of 3-0 down, 4-0 down. You get to a point where it's, whatever I'm doing isn't working, so I'm going to try something else. One of the best players at that was John Part. He would always try something.
96.
And I can tell you that Phil has hit 15 more treble 20s than Gary. Unbelievable. He's hit 50, Gary's hit 35. How about that?
140.
52.
Gary Repar, 170.
Well, it was an important last start for Gary. He kind of needed that to hit the treble. For a point.
20 would leave tops for a point here. There's the target, and there's the finish. 6 straight legs. Phil Taylor, vintage, magnificent. 4-0 down, lead 6-4. Cannot lose the match now.
Yeah, the last time they met in the Premier League a few weeks ago, that was a draw. I've got to say, this isn't looking like a draw. Phil is playing beautifully. What a turnaround. It's a bit like Michael van Gerwen last week against Peter Wright. Was 5-1 down, 6-1 down, and then somehow
59.
Found a way back. Phil Taylor has found a way.
Wonder what the odds were in play for a Taylor win at 4-0 down. Oh, look at this. That'll do it. It's all it needs.
17 140s and 2 180s in 11 legs. What a shame he's retiring at the end of this year. Still got so much to offer, Phil Taylor.
Let's enjoy every game he plays here on Sky Sports.
I am. I am. I don't think Gary's enjoying it, do you?
Oh, no. He was.
100.
Oh, he was, yeah.
121.
But the 140s, absolute barrage from Taylor.
I'd say a game of 2 halves, but it's not even that, is it?
57.
In total control.
very much in Taylor's hands now. And another point here. Oh, that's nice from Gary. Leaves 102, but this is for the match for Taylor now, to put him onto 15 points, put him over Van Barneveld and Anderson. 16 would leave double 16 for the match. He's going tops for a 7-4 win.
44. Gary require 102.
60. 42. To go above Gary Anderson
20.
in the table. 20.
With 7 straight legs after being 4-0 down. Magnificent from the power! Who would have thought it? 4-0 down, 7th on the bounce, wins 7-4 and goes above Van Barneveld and Anderson, rockets up into the playoff zone. Phil Taylor 7, Gary Anderson 4.
A classic comeback from Phil the Power Taylor against Gary Anderson. Anderson stormed into a 4-0 lead, but Taylor still has that fighting spirit. 7 legs on the bounce, a 7-4 victory. Great win for Phil the Power Taylor, 7-4 over Gary Anderson. Coming next, Peter Snake by Rights against the machine James Wade. This should be special. Mighty Michael Van Geuren against the birthday boy, Raymond Van Barneveld. And Taylor's back against Dave Chisholm, our final match of the evening. It's good reading for Phil Taylor. He leapfrogs Gary Anderson. 15 points, 3rd position. 0-2 beckons for Taylor. Phil,
thank you.
What did you do there at 4-0 down? To fight back in such an amazing way.
I just wanted to just make the score look respectable, to be quite honest with you. So when I won the first leg, I thought at least I won a leg, because I was feeling the worst at one time, thinking you're going to get beat 7-0 instead of. The first couple of legs I was hitting 100s and 99s and clipping the wires, and then after 4-0 they started to go in. You know, the treble 20s were going in. I could hit a lot. I'd done a 9-darter practicing tonight against Adrian, but that doesn't mean nothing in the practice room. But all of a sudden, the treble 20s were going in, and it was a different game. I think I just put Gary under pressure and made him miss a little bit.
Difficult playing 2 matches in a night, getting your preparation right, and then rebuilding for the final match of the evening.
2 matches tonight. I'm shattered now. Trust me. You know, I'll put everything into that. Halfway through the game, then I was like, because Gary's so quick. You know, and he's hitting everything. You so much. When Gary's on form, he's probably one of the toughest players you'll ever play, because he's very quick. When he hits his doubles, you're in trouble, really. It's just when he starts missing a few doubles is when you've got a chance against Gary. You're never going to outscore him. He's probably Michael, Gary, Barney, Adrian, and Chizzy. Chizzy's another one. You know, the scoring power is phenomenal. It really is. So the only thing you can wish for is that they'll miss a few doubles. Maybe put him under pressure to miss double.
The last 7 legs, you average 110. Just keep that going against Chizzy, you'll be fine.
Well, I'll give it a go. I'll give it a go. The crowd were fantastic. I mean, they got behind Gary, of course they did. But as soon as, I mean, what the crowd in Belfast do, as soon as you start performing, then they get behind you. And I respect that. I totally do. Do you know what I mean? It's any sports person will tell you. Anybody that does this for a living, or any sport, when you can start getting booed and then turn the crowd around, is probably the best feeling that you'll ever have in sport, because all of a sudden you're entertaining, they're watching you, they're getting behind you, they're booing you, and every eye is on you, and I think that's fantastic. And this crowd is so knowledgeable about darts as well. They know every shot, every finish.
When you get that feedback from the crowd, when you play so well,
It inspires you.
do you not get inspired to carry on and give it another go next year?
There's no two ways about it that the first 4 legs, Gary Anderson, the crowd pushed Gary Anderson. He never hits one dart to a double. Well, he does, obviously, but tonight it was bump, 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 the first 4 legs, and then the crowd changed a little bit, and it does affect your game. Am I going to play next year?
Yeah.
No.
Definitely not.
The last time for me now.
We'd love to see you. This Belfast crowd would love to see you next year.
But when you look at the Premier League, we were talking about this, me and Bob earlier on. This is my 13th year of the Premier League. That's 6.5 years out of my life in Premier League, which is fantastic achievement as it is. I think it's time for me to. I'm an old man now, and I look at myself on TV and I look and I think, you're getting old. Well, I am old. And it's a young man's sport now. You know, I can't compete with these lads week in and week out. I mean, some of these have been in Germany this weekend. Are they flying to Germany tomorrow? You know, and Barney did a 7-hour drive just from flying back from Liverpool, and then had to get in a car, drive 7 hours there, and then 7 hours back. It's a hell of a jaunt, it really is. And it does take it out on your body, of course it does.
Well, this crowd have enjoyed every moment of your career.
Do you know what? Even though a few of them boo me, I've actually loved tonight. I know I've won, but if I'd have lost, I'd have still enjoyed tonight, to be honest with you.
Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together. Phil the Power Taylor. Coming next, Peter Snake by right against James Wade. Join us in a bit.
Betway sponsors Premier League Darts on Sky Sports.